I'm with How To Taxes, and I'm here to help you prepare your Form 1040 when you're married filing jointly. The assumptions of this video are that you have W-2 income and that you have a 14-year-old son. So the video also includes the child tax credit. At the top of the form, put your name, your spouse's name, your social security numbers, and your address. Under the filing status section, check the box that you're married filing jointly. Make sure to answer the question regarding digital assets, and under the dependents section, put your son's first and last name, his social security number, his relationship to you, and check the box that he qualifies for the child tax credit. On line 1A, put your wages. You can find this information in box 1 of your Form W-2. If you and your spouse both have W-2s, add them together and place them on this line. In our example, you also received $100 of interest from your bank account. This information was reported to you on Form 1099 INT. Put this amount on line 2B. On line 9, add all your income together to arrive at $75,700. Since you don't have any adjustments to income, carry this down to line 11 to arrive at your adjusted gross income. On line 12, put the larger of your standard or itemized deductions. In our example, your standard deduction is larger. You can find this amount in the box to the left. Since you are married filing jointly, the standard deduction is $27,700. Carry this amount down to line 14 as you do not have a qualified business income deduction. On line 15, subtract line 14 from 11 to arrive at $48,000 for your taxable income. Next, we will calculate your tax using the tax tables beginning on page 65 of the Form 1040 instructions. Since your taxable income is at least $48,000 but less than $48,050 and you are married filing jointly, your tax is $5,323. Place this amount on line 16 and carry it down to line 18 as you don't have an amount from Schedule 2. Next, we'll use Schedule 8812 to calculate your child tax credit. On line 1, put the amount from line 11 of your 1040, which in our example is $75,700. Carry this amount down to line 3 as we do not have any amounts from line 2A through 2C. On line 4, enter the number of qualifying children that you have under 17 with the required Social Security number. In our example, this is 1. Multiply this by 2,000 to arrive at $2,000 on line 5. Lines 6 and 7 will be left blank as we do not have any other dependents. On line 8, add lines 5 and 7 together to arrive at $2,000. On line 9, enter $400,000 from the table to the left. Subtract line 9 from line 3. Since it is less than 0, we will enter 0 on line 10, and thus line 11 will be 0 as well. For line 12, we will subtract line 11 from line 8, which is $2,000. For line 13, we need to go to the Credit Limit Worksheet A. You can find this worksheet on page 4 of the 8812 instructions. On line 1, enter the amount from line 18 of your Form 1040, which is $5,323. Carry this down to line 3 as we do not have any amounts from Schedule 3. Since we do not meet all the requirements to have to complete Credit Limit Worksheet B, we can leave line 4 blank. We subtract line 4 from line 3 to arrive at $5,323 on line 5. Carry this amount to line 13 on Schedule 8812. Since your tax is larger than the credit, you will be able to take the entire credit of $2,000 on line 14, which is entering the smaller of line 12 or 13. Place this amount on line 19 of your Form 1040 and carry it down to line 21 as you do not have an amount from Schedule 3. On line 22, subtract line 21 from line 18 to arrive at 3,323. And carry this down to line 24 as you do not have any other taxes. This is your total tax. On line 25, we will put your withholding. You can find this information in box 2 of your Form W-2. In our example, it is $5,000. Carry this down to line 25D and down to line 33, as this is your total payment. Since you have an overpayment on your return, place this amount on line 34. In our example, it is $1,677. And if you want it refunded to you, place that amount on line 35A. If you want it applied to your next year's tax return, put that amount on line 36. If you want your refund directly deposited into your bank account, complete lines 35B, D, and C. If you do not want it directly deposited into your bank account, cross off lines 35B and D, and the IRS will send you a check directly. Note that there's a box to the left of line 35A. You would only check this box if you want your refund deposited into more than one bank account. Remember to sign, date, and put your occupation at the bottom of the form. Thank you for watching. I am from How To Taxes. Subscribe for future tax videos.